Alright guys, so this video is on dividing polynomials. And we're using the box method, and the steps are similar to what we did when we multiply polynomials, right? So here we have a binomial being divided by a monomial. And so I'm going to place my 3x right next to the box. Start with that. So my 3x is going to be on the side. Now, when we multiply, we would put the polynomial on top. But this time, we're going to put the polynomial inside the box. Okay, so I'm going to have a 6x squared in my first box and 9x in my second box. All right. So remember, when we multiply, I would have put the 6x squared on top. But this time, because we're dividing now, we're going to put it inside the box. Now, the key now is to find out what term multiply 3x and will give me 6x squared. All right. What term, when I multiply 3x, will give me 6x squared? And of course, that is 2x. All right. Because 2 times 3 is 6, and x times x is x squared. Okay. The next step is to find out now for the 9x, what number multiplies 3x that will give me 9x. What number? And that is 3. 3 times 3x is 9x. Okay? So my factors, all right, my factor for 6x squared plus 9x is 3x and 2x plus 3. Okay? And we can write it as 3x times 2x plus 3. Now, last week when we did multiplication, I would have given you this and asked for you to multiply, and then you'd have gotten 6x squared plus 9x. All right. So we're doing it in reverse. All right. So let's try another one. Let's see what we have here. And this is from the class notes. Okay, let's try this one. Again, I'm going to put the divisor, the x minus 6 on the side. So the x goes here, and my negative 6 goes in the bottom. Now remember, when we multiply, I told you the first box is going to have the first term in the polynomial. So my x squared goes in my first box. And my last term, which is the 42, goes in the last box. All right, so that's how you set it up. All right. So my question to you is this: what term, when multiplied by x, gives me an x squared? And if you say x, you're right. All right, because x times x is x squared. Now let's look at 42. What number, when multiplied by negative 6, gives me a positive 42? Think about it. What number, when multiplied by a negative 6, gives me a positive 42? That number, if you set it, is negative 7. All right? Because negative 7 times negative 6 gives me 42. Now, let's start filling the boxes now. X times negative 7 gives me negative 7x. And negative 6 times x gives me negative 6x. All right? And if you want to verify if this is correct, if you add these two like terms, right, which is negative 6x and negative 7x, you will get a negative 13x. So that's how you know your answer is correct. So this is kind of similar setup for when we multiply. All right. Let's try another one. Let's see. Oops, sorry about that. Let's go to. Come on. Let's try this one. Right. Again, we're going to put the x divisor on the left side, right? So my x goes here, and the negative 3 is there. Now remember, my first box is going to be the first term in the polynomial, which is x squared. So my x squared goes there. And the last box, the box on the right, is going to be my last term, which is the 12. So my 12 goes there. All right. So we need to fill in, we need to find what goes here. What goes here? Again, what term, when multiplied by x, gives me x squared? That term is x, right? So x times x, right? X times x is x squared. All right. Let me erase this. So, all right. So I'm going to go to 12 now. I'm going to say what number, when multiplied by negative 3, gives me a positive 12. What number is that? And that number is negative 4. Because negative 4 times negative 3 gives me a 12. All right? So let's start filling the empty spaces. Now, x times a negative 4 is a negative 4x. And a negative 3 times x is a negative 3x. And if I want to verify if my answer is correct, all I have to do is look at these two terms. Right? A negative 3x and a negative 7x will give me a negative 7x. So that's how I know my answer is correct. And so I don't think I mentioned this before in the last two. So I want you to write your answer as the two factors are x minus 3. That is the first one. That is given right there. And the other factor is the one you found, which is x minus 4. All right? That's how I want you to write the answer. I think I showed this to you in the last two examples. All right, let's do another one. All right, let's look at this one. All right, 2x minus 4